Welcome back children with the next video, and in this video we are going to do the detailed structure of nephron, which is the functional unit of excretory system. So we are going to do the structure of nephron elaborately. Now, as in the previous video I told you that nephron has two main parts. One is the glomerulus and the other one is the renal tubule. Glomerulus, what is glomerulus? It is a tuft of capillaries. You can say a collection of capillaries formed by afferent arteriole. Now, what is afferent arteriole? It is a branch of renal artery. So, renal artery is the artery you can see here in the diagram also. It is the artery which will carry the oxygenated blood. Carry oxygenated blood to the kidneys. So this renal artery will get divided and redivided into smaller tubules and will make a tuft of capillaries which are called afferent arteriole. So what is glomerulus? Glomerulus is a collection of capillaries. And how are these capillaries formed? These are formed by afferent arteriole. Now what is afferent arteriole? It is a branch of renal artery. I hope I am clear. If I start from renal artery is the artery which brings oxygenated blood to kidneys. This artery gets divided into smaller arterioles, and those smaller arterioles are called afferent arteriole, and these arteriole will further divide to form a tuft of capillaries, and the tuft collection of those capillaries is called glomerulus. So afferent arteriole, as it is a branch of renal artery, so what it is carrying? It is carrying oxygenated blood. So blood from glomerulus is carried away. Now children, mark my words, afferent arteriole brings in blood to the glomerulus. Afferent arteriole brings in blood to the glomerulus because it is an artery, and efferent arteriole will carry the blood away from glomerulus. Okay, see, this is afferent arteriole and this is efferent arteriole. This is glomerulus, the tuft of capillaries. Children, afferent arteriole brings in the blood. It is pouring in the blood into the capillaries, and after the work is done, whatever the work is to be done, that we will be studying, okay, whatever the work is to be done, but after completing that work, the blood is sent back through efferent arteriole. Clear? So you see here, glomerulus is a tuft of capillaries formed by afferent arteriole and a branch of fine renal artery, and blood from glomerulus is carried away by afferent arteriole. So I hope this is clear. Okay, afferent arteriole will bring in blood and efferent arteriole will take away the blood from the glomerulus. Okay, now children, I told you that afferent arteriole will divide and redivide to form a bunch of capillaries called glomerulus. Now this bunch of capillaries or glomerulus are placed in a cup-shaped structure as you see here, a cup-shaped structure, and this cup-shaped structure is called Bowman's capsule. So children, it begins now renal tubule. I told you that this is glomerulus and the cup-shaped structure is called Bowman's capsule. But you see one thing, that Bowman's capsule is in continuation with the tube. So they write that renal tubule, from here, it is the beginning of renal tubule. Bowman's capsule will lead into the renal tubule. Okay. Children, it begins with a double-walled cup-like Bowman's capsule. As I said, double-walled cup-like Bowman's capsule, inside which glomerulus is present, as you see in the diagram. So glomerulus plus Bowman's capsule is called Malpighian body or renal corpuscle. So this whole structure which contains glomerulus plus Bowman's capsule, this collectively is known as Malpighian body or renal corpuscle. Okay, let's move on further. Now we have discussed about the Malpighian body. We are now discussing about the renal tubule. So this whole is the renal tubule. So we have discussed the Malpighian body. Now we will be discussing the renal tubule here. So children, the tubule continues. Now you see the tubule starts from Bowman's capsule. It is in continuation with Bowman's capsule, and this tubule continues with proximal convoluted tubule. Now why do we call it proximal? Proximal means जो सबसे आगे है. Convoluted means बहुत सारे folds हैं, convolutions हैं. So क्योंकि ये convolutions शुरू में है, starting में है, beginning में है, whatever you want to say, that is why it is known as proximal convoluted tubule. Okay, till here. You see the demarcation, they have shown you the demarcation. So till here, this is proximal convoluted tubule. Then there is a loop, see, U-shaped structure or loop, we call it loop of Henle or Henle's loop. They have shown you the marking कि कहाँ से कहाँ तक आपको loop of Henle consider करना है. So this is loop of Henle, and this side is the descending limb loop of Henle, and this is the ascending loop of Henle. So both of them combine together to be known as Henle's loop. It has two limbs, one is descending, the other one is ascending. Okay, next children, after PCT, PCT means proximal convoluted tubule. After that, loop of Henle. There is a third part of the renal tubule called distal convoluted tubule. Now why distal? Distal means at the end. Convoluted का मतलब वही है, lot of folds, and tubule का मतलब you know. तो क्योंकि ये कन्वोलेशन स्टार्टिंग में है इसलिए इसको हम बोलते हैं प्रॉक्सिमल कन्वोलेटेड ट्यूब्यूल, और क्योंकि ये कन्वोलेशंस एट द एंड है इसलिए हम इसको बोलते हैं डिस्टल कन्वोलेटेड ट्यूब्यूल. एंड आफ्टर डिस्टल कन्वोलेटेड ट्यूब्यूल there is a duct called collecting duct. This is called collecting duct which leads to bladder. So this whole structure is about renal tubule. So as I again said, nephron has two parts. One is the Malpighian body and other is the tubular part. So we have discussed both of them. The Malpighian body contains glomerulus and Bowman's capsule. Along with that, it also has afferent and efferent arteriole. And the tubular part or the renal tubule part contains four parts. First one is proximal convoluted tubule, then loop of Henle, then distal convoluted tubule, and the collecting duct. I hope the external structure of nephron is clear to all of you.